Alright, I just wanted to put out a quick video just to share some of the things that are on the radar today, going tonight and maybe into tomorrow. A couple of trades that I'm in and one to look out for, and they're all pattern trades. So anyone familiar with advanced patterns, stay tuned because I've got a few patterns to show you right now. So the first one I'm going to show you is on the pound yen. Pound yen, nicknamed the Beast or the Graveyard, very high ATR, double-edged sword. You can earn a decent profit off of this, but you can also lose a lot of money. And I've seen many traders fall victim of this pair when they come in with a rookie approach. They don't know what they're doing and they end up blowing their account time after time. But we know that if we have an edge on the market and if we win, if we're right more than we're wrong, and we win more when we're right and we lose when we're wrong, then we have an edge. That's the fundamentals of having an edge. And then coupled with a money management strategy and some filters and some confluence, that gives us that puts us in a really good position. So one of the things I like to show you guys is when we're in consolidation, we know that we're looking for these advanced patterns. There's only three that I trade: the bat pattern, the Gartley pattern, and the cipher pattern. And they're the only three I trade. There's many more. There's crabs, sharks, butterflies, all the rest of it. But I just trade those three. Those are the only three that I've personally tested, and that's what I trade. So what I'm going to show you is this pattern that we were looking at. It's taken a while to complete. We're consolidating here, and what we found was an X to A to B, B to C, and a CD completion down here at 150.53. Now when we get our orders in, we had our aggressive limit orders set. This is the pound yen, so it's a big ATR. We were under my maximum risk limit as well though, so we got in. And hopefully we can just push up and hit targets. This is the syndicate account. So this is the syndicate account, which is a £10,000 account. We trade a $10,000 account, £10,000 account, one in the New York, one in the London. But they're typically joint. We combine the results, and this is the syndicate account. So it's one in, one out. Personal account, I take multiple targets, but in this account it's one in, one out. You see, it's a nice risk reward because it's a bat pattern. And hopefully we won't have to adjust targets too much on this. We could just roll up and hit targets. If we hit targets on this one, we're looking at approximately 90 pips. So nice trade there on the pound yen. The next one I want to show you is on the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar, this was the pair we were looking at as a structure-based trade. We had our retest of structure here before we violated the retracement. We started pushing up. We put in a new high. We was looking for a pullback down into this kill zone yesterday. Just tipped that, and we were looking for a retest of the highs. Couldn't get involved. Didn't get my entry criteria met. And this was a winning trade for anyone that did get in. I couldn't get in. And then as we put in the new high, then we were looking for the process to all over again. Pull back down into here. This previous retest of resistance should become support. And we didn't do that. We haven't pushed down there yet. Now what we're noticing is price action's pushing into this nice level of previous structure resistance. Okay, this DSR zone that we've got on the charts here. But also RSI has gone overbought. So this is a nice indication that we're likely to see some relief here. We're likely to run out of some steam and get a rollover and see some relief at this level. Well, it just so happens that if we just bring on our retracement tool, you're going to see that we have a X, A, B. We hit that 50% retracement, C, D completion. So we've got another bat pattern. This time it's a bearish bat pattern, which we're in. Again, the syndicate account, we're in at 76.34. Front run my orders by a couple of pips. And we've got our stop loss at the 113 inversion. In fact, I've moved this just now so we could see. But yeah, just move that slightly. So our stop loss is at 76.76. Nice risk reward because it's a bat again. Target one's at 75.89, and we'll see if we can hit targets on this. Now the last pattern I want to show you is just a pattern that hasn't yet completed. It is a pound dollar cipher pattern. So this is a really nice cipher pattern. We've got a nice nice impulse leg here. X to A to B, B to C, CD completion, up at 34.74. This is Constellation. This is drawn this on here already. But because this is a pound dollar, and I do use a 113 inversion based stop loss from A to X, you're going to need to check the maximum risk here. If you've got a maximum risk limit in pips, then this is what you're going to need to pay attention to. High ATR on this pair, 34.74, 35, 39, so we're under 100 pips. I know many of you got 100 pip risk limit. And there you have it. You can start to draw out your risk reward. And cipher patterns are typically either one of two things, a 0.9 to 1 or a 1 to 1. They're not normally less than a 0.9 to 1, and they're not normally more than a 1 to 1 unless you're letting price action push up a bit higher or lower just to give you a better entry. They're typically a 1 to 1 or a 0.9 to 1. You're going to see this is actually a 1 to 1. Okay, so 1 to 1 risk reward. It's the only pattern that I trade regardless of the risk reward. So even if it's inverse and we've got a 0.9 to 1 risk reward, I will trade this pattern. It's the only pattern, and that's purely because of the performance. Such a high win rate, very, very profitable pattern, and I'll trade this one regardless of the risk reward. So there you have it, cipher pattern, couple of bat patterns. And if you're interested in trading, or you're interested in these patterns, and maybe you're watching this for the first time, be sure to follow me on social media, J_Graystone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. That's J_Graystone, because I've got lots of exciting announcements going into the new year, and I'm sure they'll be of value to you. So that's what's on the radar. Keep an eye on them, and I'll see you in the markets.